Shalom, Israel. Tonight at sunset starts the Feast of Tabernacles, also known as Sukkot. And I'd like to read a portion of scripture that ties in directly to this festival. And it's in the book of Matthew, chapter 16, the very last verse, where it is written, "Truly I say unto you, there are some standing here who shall not taste death at all until they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom." So we got to keep reading and get the context here. And after 6 days, Yehusha took Kepha, Jacob, and Yohanan, which is Peter, James, and John, his brother, and brought them up on a high mountain by themselves. And he was transformed before them. His face shone like the sun, and his garments became as white as the light. And see, Mosheh and Eliyahu appeared to them, talking with him. And Kepha answered and said to Yehusha, "Master, is it good for us to be here? If you wish, let us make here 3 booths or tabernacles, one for you, one for Mosheh, and one for Eliyahu." And while he was still speaking, see, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and see, a voice came out of the cloud saying, "This is my son, the beloved, in whom I did delight. Hear him." And when the taught ones heard, they fell on their faces and were much afraid. But Yehusha came near and touched them and said, "Rise, do not be afraid." And having lifted up their eyes, they saw no one but Yehusha only. And as they were coming down the mountain, Yehusha commanded them, saying, "Do not mention the vision to anyone until the Son of Man is raised from the dead." So here we have these 3, Kepha, Jacob, and John, got to see this vision that would happen at the end of days. Now, it's interesting because it says after 6 days, which I believe it is after some 6-day period in that year whenever this happened. But I believe that is an allusion to the 6 days of Yah, like after man's allotted 6 days, and as we enter into the 7th day, that's when the millennial kingdom is set up, where Yah will be tabernacling with us. And this is what this vision is, a picture of him coming into his with authority, and the kingdom commencing on this earth in the full power. And notice that Eliyahu and Moshe are with him, which represent Moshe represents the Torah, and Eliyahu the prophets. And it's a major aspect of the kingdom that the Torah will go out from Zion. And this is just an amazing thing. You may notice that the whole idea of making booths, and this is what this festival is all about, that we would tabernacle with him. In order to have fellowship with him, we can't walk in darkness. We have to walk in the light, which that's the Torah and the prophets. We got to walk in his righteous instruction. And this is a time to definitely be rejoicing before our Maker. And in the book of Zechariah, we see that in that millennial kingdom, that the nations will come up and rejoice before Yah, or they'll receive no rain. So I hope you and yours have a blessed Sukkot. May you praise the name of Yahuwah and rejoice before him. Shalom.